Testing, testing. Oh my goodness. Dajahao. Shinyan Kwaila. Happy New Year. Hello, everybody. So wonderful to see everyone this year. All right. So, one of the things that, well, first of all, I'm Natalie. I'm Natalie V. I'm your student body president. It's so wonderful to see everyone here as we welcome into the transformative and healing energy of the snake. This is a pretty special year. I love the snake energy. I think it's so interesting and it's so powerful. One of the things that I have been doing in my career as a student here at Yosan is engaging in deep observation of nature and how it relates to the cycles of time, like the Bagua, and comparing it to the Bagua and the I Ching and the heavenly stems and earthly branches. Thank you, Dr. Dow, for explaining that last trimester. I think I listened to that recording a couple times in class. So last year at the renewal ceremony, let me explain it this way, because I know we have a lot of friends here and some people that have not maybe taken the I Ching or some of these classes, but last year at our renewal ceremony, we welcomed in the energy of the dragon, right? The dragon is associated with water, and as we welcomed in the energy of the dragon, that day at our Taoist renewal ceremony, we had torrential rains. Do you guys remember that? It was wild. It rained so much that the streets had a condition of water overflowing, and my little street by my home actually got kind of washed away. And we had to build a passage inside the mountain to be able to just drive down to town again. And but it gave way to beautiful flowers, and we had amazing flora that grew. So, which is the wood element, because it was the wood dragon, right? Well, this year, as the energy of the snake comes in, the energy of the snake is associated with fire. And I'm just observing this. I'm like, wow, this is so interesting. Like, studying this and seeing what's going on around me. I'm still a student, so I'm just observing. But it's wild, right? To observe these things. And, we just had 2 weeks of unprecedented wildfires, right? 2 weeks of unprecedented wildfires in Los Angeles as the energy of the snake is arriving. And I can't help but to notice it and be like, wow, this is interesting. This is how we mark the passage of time in Taoism. This is what I've been learning about in school and in class. And it's crazy to see that what we've been studying kind of matches up with the environment around us. Then I think about the snake. And I'm like, well, the snake is pretty interesting. It has no arms and no legs. It carries no possessions with it. It literally cannot carry possessions because it doesn't have any arms to hold things, The only thing it has with it is what it carries on its long back. It's really low to the ground and it moves intuitively. It's not like, a bird or a bigger animal that can see, a vantage, what's in the distance. It can only move intuitively. That's the only option it has. And it goes from home to home, They might find a little hole or a little unusual space to fit in. They are the original nomads, in my opinion. And I felt that during the fires, I noticed the same thing. The fire reached, like so many students here and so many of our mentors, the fire reached our town and we were forced into evacuation. And actually, I wasn't, it came so fast I couldn't even evacuate properly. I just had whatever I had with me on my back was kind of what I was left with for 2 weeks. And I went house to house, staying with different friends. And I was like a snake, I had very few possessions. This little nomad moving from home to home, fitting into unusual spaces. But I realized I had my dog, most important thing. I had my study materials, very important because I was trying to pass the preclinical, which I did. One of the most important things was those books that I had with me. And then just the possessions I had with me, and I thought, wow, at one point I just had to surrender, to the possibility of losing everything. The information coming out about the fires was like pretty erroneous and sporadic, and I'm like, okay, whatever happens, I surrender. And I realized, wow, what an amazing time for transformation. I might not have any possessions except for what I have with me. And friends began giving me clothes, and I didn't have a sweater, and so someone gave me a sweater, and I was like, wow, a whole new style. Like, this is cool. What a time to transform, you know? And I feel that, right? That the energy of the snake came in, and it's been about a week since we've been let back into our town, in Topanga. For some people, the evacuation is not lifted yet in Topanga, but for most of us, we're let back into our homes. And I don't even have hands to count the number of people that I know that decided to shed all their things, giving away their clothes, pack up, and move away, right? And moving long distances. And I thought, wow, we're all little snakes right now. You know, we're shedding our skin, we're shedding our items, we're shedding our jackets and our clothing and our possessions. I went to my friend's house the other day, and she gave me, she's like, I have these crystals, and I have these pots, and she's giving away all her things. And I'm like, wow, this is snake energy. You know, she's really shedding her things. And I said, where are you going? She's like, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to start in South Africa. I was like, okay, cool. So moving intuitively, just like the snake. And I just think it's one of the things that I've learned in my career here at Yosan is to observe nature, right? And observe the cycles of time as they relate to nature, as they relate to the things that we're learning, the core of what we're learning, the I Ching. Thank you, James. The Bagua, and the cycles of time as we mark them in Taoism, right? Which has to do with the energy of the snake coming in, the dragon, etc., right? All of these elements are here to renew us so that we can move forward in a new and a special way, right? And I think that there's a way that we don't really have to fear the energy that's coming in. We don't have to fear the shedding or the transformation, but we can welcome it with open arms, you know, embracing the change that's to come. You know, another name for the I Ching is the Book of Changes. So it's pretty appropriate. Now with that, we're gonna have our Taoist renewal ceremony, which is the heart of this event, and I'm so excited to welcome Dr. Dao onto the stage. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and Happy New Year.
We dedicate this ceremony to the renewal and enrichment of all life everywhere. We reaffirm our dedication every day of our lives through our awareness and experience of the Tao, the universal one reality. Tao is oneness. It is completeness of being. It is truth about oneself which inspires us to continually improve. It is the truth among ourselves which binds us all together as one family. 9 gongs. We realign our lives with the subtle origin of the universe, and we listen with all our being to the subtle vibration of great life within and around us. Please repeat with me. As Taiji evolves, heaven and earth spontaneously manifest and divine. The clear and light energy becomes the heavenly realm, while the dark and heavy energy becomes the earthly realm. The energies of heaven and earth unite in humankind in our lives. We cultivate Tao to be complete in the spiritual nature of the Great One Life. This opens our lives to realize the fullness of being and all divine beings. The universal God, the Great One Divinity, the source of all divine beings, who reside in the center of pure life. Please receive our homage and accept our wordless dedication. Three salutations. The sacred teaching of Tao is transmitted to us through our truthful and kind-hearted teachers. We realize this teaching through our own interrupted focus and cultivation. In this way, we are able to know, do, and be Tao. May all those who went before in realizing and being Tao, and who has transmitted the sacred teaching to us, as we will transmit to those who follow. Please accept our dedications. Three salutations.
Right.
The great expressions of our lives are health, prosperity, peace, happiness, and longevity. May the beneficial source of these great expressions of life and the good teachers who guide us to achieve so, please respond to our sincerity and accept our dedication. Three salutations. The creative energy of heaven is our paternal source. The receptive energy of earth is our maternal source. All people are the offspring of the same natural origin. Within our own being resides the supporting power of creative life. The spiritual potential of all people now is as great as the most respected spiritual sages of all time. The models of our spiritual family are the divine beings who restore order and harmony in life. We have respect for all those in their winter years and help them to live even longer. We treat all the young ones kindly and help them to grow well. The sick and the needy are also our brothers and sisters. So we protect and shelter them under our wings. We assist the talented and do not waste our own talents. If we enjoy a good life and have much to give, it is heavenly nature displaying its benevolence through us. If we have little and undergo many difficulties, it is heavenly nature building us stronger. Only by realizing our pristine nature can we fulfill the true significance of life. To ignore the true significance of life is to sacrifice our spiritual integrity. To violate the benevolence of our true personality is to undermine our own natural well-being. By knowing the principles of change and always doing our best, we stay in harmony with the enduring will of the universe. We greatly accept what life presents us and do not cling to sorrows, not try to run away from facing the reality of our lives. With courage we follow down and obey the subtle universal law. Rather than lose ourselves by seeking the luxuries of worldly life, we cultivate our positive spiritual energy in order to actualize a good life. In our lives, we follow only what is good, and those never stray from our true nature. When we leave this physical life, Our energy returns to the infinite source. This and there is never a question of our existence or non-existence. Because beingness and non-beingness are the true aspects of our nature. We confirm the benevolence of the universe with our selfless dedications to all beings and non-beings. The benevolent universe sustains us with eternal life. We confirm in our lives that from all directions comes the true positive energy, which brings innumerable blessings. All disasters are eliminated. All miseries vanish. The spirits of the three pure origins protect us. And the eyes of the heavenly immortals watch over us. Our lives are peaceful and trouble-free. Because we unite our heart and mind with the eternal Tao. The balancing universal will and our will become one. We, the younger brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, cultivate Tao, and use this tradition as our vantage point to unite with the divine, spiritual beings who visit our shrine with endless salutations. We and all those before and after are bathed in divine energy forever. Three salutations. really well? Okay, great. Thank you for being here today. I'd like to start by taking a moment to ask you to introduce yourself to your neighbor. How about take a moment and just say hi to each other? Get to know their name. Okay. I think I roar the dragon. The dragons are coming up. Thank you so much, and it's wonderful. And now, if you're comfortable, please join me out in prayer. And if you can hold each other's hand and close your eyes for a moment, please. And just quiet your mind for a moment. For those who lost their homes, we pray for a swift rebuilding process and a safe temporary location. For those who perished in the fire, we pray for the peaceful journey of your souls. And for everyone affected by this fire, directly or indirectly, we send our love and support. Thank you. You may open your eyes. You know, we often strive for strong and independence, but truly we live in a very interdependent world. The devastation from this firestorm is immense, but it also has revealed the strength and the togetherness of our community. And as a lucky person becoming the president of my HOA this year, I'm facing the biggest crisis that our community ever seen. We have burned homes, damaged houses, and scorched hillsides. And as if this wasn't enough, the impending rain will threaten to bring down weakened hillsides, mud flow, and potentially further damage the more vulnerable wood-framed homes that we have. The wind brought the fire. The water brought the earth. These very powerful elements have really invaded and attacked us, combining together. But we have one element left: metal. Metal represents more than just physical strength. It is the deep connection between us, the human resilience that will allow us to rise from these ashes like a phoenix. In the face of this devastation, I have witnessed incredible acts of bravery. Neighbors saving neighbors' homes. I even have friends who travel from their comfort of home as far as Hawaii, come to this house, come to this city, 2 days later, 3 days later, to come and help. I've even seen LAPD goes above and beyond in even delivering pizza to my exhausted people on the ground and firefighters. They'll always forever remember their pizza was delivered by a policeman. I've seen our community band together, lifting each other up. That is metal. That is resolve. One chopstick is easily broken, but chopstick bind together is strong. If we stand together, not just in the times of crisis, even the mightiest challenges can be overcome. Though I'm still a little upset with the dragon, not just love us. Thank you for being here today. Let us continue to support one another. And let us bring love and compassion to our community. Thank you for your support, and this is the spirit in which I want to begin the new year with you. Thank you.
Last year, Dr. Mao was so fast coming up here, I couldn't introduce him, so I hurried up here to introduce one of my wonderful teachers, Dr. Mao, who is going to give us our yearly forecast.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Okay, so I was told I have 12 minutes, so let me just get going here. All the other stuff that I was going to say, let's just move on. Anyway, so, yes, this has been tragic, so many of us. It's interesting. Actually, a friend, Joe Kulo, who owns Vuori, I've never been to his store before, says, come down. I'll get you a new set of clothes because I had no clothes. So today, I'm literally covered in Vuori clothes from top to bottom. Anyway, but you can't see it because of my robe. The generosity of people has been amazing, right? And incredible. The wildfire mirrors a truth that many of us resist. It is for sure, painful, but the destruction is part of the natural cycle of renewal. It's overwhelming, but it's not the end of the story. All right, so that brings us to today. The year of the snake, the year that teaches us the art of transformation. It's been talked about. The necessity of releasing what no longer serves us, and the power of adaptability. It's already been talked about. All right, so what's in store for us, right? So every year I read a forecast, and based on Taoist cosmology, it's really interesting, because I always go back and look at stuff that I wrote the year before. I also do invest in everything I talk about too, so. And so far, after 30 years, it's been pretty good. All right, so the Taoist tradition, the snake is a symbol of profound wisdom, transformation, and resilience. The stem and branch, which is a timekeeping system, is Yi Si, all right, in 2025. It's ruled by the element of wood and fire. Luckily for us, it's in fire, not yang fire. Let's just kind of imagine what yang fire would. That would be kind of like Hiroshima, I think. It looked like Hiroshima when I went up there right after the fires. But this presents a paradox. It is a time of steady growth because wood wants to expand and grow, but the fire and the wood, there's a tension. It's a time of renewal, but also a time of volatility. Like the snake shedding its skin, we're being asked to let go of outdated habits, fears, perceptions, and limitations. But transformation, as we all know, does not come without challenges. So let's take a closer look where, this energy will be most pronounced. I'll start with politics and global relations. It's just so obvious, right? The snake is known for its strategic intelligence and diplomatic maneuvering. I really hope lots of negotiations instead of throwing bombs at people. In 2025, we'll see a delicate dance of diplomacy, negotiations, and behind-the-scenes power shifts, where while there's a potential for conflict, resolution, and new alliances, we must be wary of secrecy and hidden agenda. This is also characteristic of the snake as well. What you see isn't always what it is. Nations will have to navigate power struggles, and transparency will be a challenge. I was in Dallas this morning, got up way too early to catch a flight back here. And so I was reading, I go, Venezuela releases 6 prisoners for nothing? Really? Maduro does not release prisoners. I mean, these are chips he has. So, we'll never know what really is, right? But however, let's just bring it back to us. This means that as individuals, we must cultivate discernment. Question the narratives we're given. I think we're kind of doing that already. Seek out truth beyond what is presented on the surface. All right, let's move on. The economy and financial markets. Economically, the wood-fire interplay will create both opportunities and instability. Again, is that wood want to grow, push at all costs, and the fire, very unstable. So lots of volatility. Wood represents expansion, innovation, and long-term growth. Think of a tree. You can try to stop a tree from growing? No, you can't. In fact, the roots will lift the sidewalk, and it'll go, if a tree grows right next to your house, it'll go right through your house. Kind of lift your roof, damage your whatever. Well, fire fuels rapid transformation, but also volatility. So I think about that and I go, escalating tariffs and trade wars. There are really no winners, but consumers like us may bear the brunt of the cost of increases of goods. I mean, think about it. 25% of Canada, 25% of Mexico, 10% more on China. We import vast amounts of what we use every single day from these countries. So I guess we'll have to cut back on our avocado habit. Gonna be less guacamole this year for Super Bowl. It's gonna be costly here. Maybe hummus. Chickpeas are still pretty cheap. So anyway, expect advancement in AI. There's a bubble in AI, no question. Technology, health, and wellness industries to accelerate. It's a good year for that. The financial markets may experience fluctuations with periods of inflation, right? You can't throw tariffs around without causing inflationary pressures. And speculative bubbles, and so still we've got to be very careful out there. Businesses that embrace adaptability, sustainability, and innovation will thrive, while rigid models may struggle. It's all about adaptability because it's unpredictable. You know, we have a leader in the White House that he doesn't really read. He just watches TV, and then he reacts to it, then he posts. Now, you know, I'm not saying that that's not a good way to get your information, but as we all know, he might be getting not so accurate news, right, from TV. So someone should tell him that. But then again, we have to come back to our own selves. Like, you know what? We can't control what he does or what his administration does. We have to be able to adapt. All right? So now, for you, for all of us individually, this means now is the time to invest in knowledge, develop new skills, and adapt long-term financial strategies. By the way, AI is very real. I've been using it for a year, and I know that my students are using it because the papers have suddenly improved. Like, wow, this is impressive. This is like really professional level writing. You know, so I tell my students, look, guys, I'm not opposed you know, using AI to write your papers, but I have an AI checker. So that means if you have more than 50% AI content, I'm gonna fail you. Okay? Because if you can, you know, based on my AI checker, if it shows that you're using it for less than 50%, I'll give you that, right? But, so, because I still want some critical thinking, opinions from you. So anyway, but it is an amazing tool. And we can get pretty lazy, I'll have to say. You know, the other day I was, you know, kind of Googling on ChatGPT on Chinese nutrition stuff, and you know, the answers coming really forthright. I'm like thinking to myself, reading. I go, God, this really sounds familiar. So then I decided to ask ChatGPT. I said, where's the source of this? And it quotes my book, Tao of Nutrition. And I'm like, gee, now you're ripping me off. Anyway, so, all right. Avoid impulsive decisions. It's fine. I'm happy to share, you know. It's fine. And, you know, avoid impulsive decisions and instead, you know, cultivate a strategic mindset. Remember, the snake is very strategic. Usually doesn't quite act, you know, I mean, yes, instinctively, but there is also some thought process that goes in. Next, security and cyber threats. The snake is stealthy, calculated, and precise. In 2025, security threats, especially in cybersecurity and data protection, will be at the forefront. Hint, hint, hint. Okay, you didn't get that. You know, if you look at the companies that will probably grow rapidly this year, is cybersecurity, those who are providing it. We're getting hit left and right, everywhere. It's going to get worse this year. While diplomacy may help prevent and avert, you know, conflicts, covert intelligence operations and cyber warfare will dominate the landscape for this year. You know, I'm thinking, yeah, I think Trump could probably stop the war in Russia. And he could probably hold a fragile peace in the Middle East. But you know, there's going to be undertones everywhere, right? There's sabotages everywhere. So it's not going to be what it appears. But anyway, I hope at least we can have less human lives lost, right? So personally, I'm going to remind you to protect your privacy, remain vigilant, and be mindful of the digital world we interact with daily. I mean, I'm telling you, just Google your name and the amount of information the internet has on you now, it's scary. Environmental changes and climate challenges. So the wood-fire dynamics brings both creation and destruction. On the one hand, despite the current administration's canceling of the New Green Deal, we will see continued progress in green technology and renewable energy. There's no turning back, you know. We're pretty far down that way, and it's pretty obvious that if you can harness the energy from the sun and the wind, we should use it. On the other hand, yes, we're going to have fossil fuel, we're going to have nuclear, we're going to have all kinds of energy. But on the other, we may continue to face intensified climate extremes, droughts, wildfires, heat waves. So, more to come. This is a wake-up call. The Year of Snake asks us, are we making conscious choices about how we interact with the environment? Are we working towards sustainability, both individually and as a society? Are we adapting to the changes that are inevitable rather than resisting them? I have 3 new chapters in my updated version of Secrets of Longevity. It just came out a couple months ago. And one chapter is all about environmental changes and how that's going to affect health and longevity, and how you can adapt to it. It's no longer enough to rely on governments or corporations to solve these issues. Each of us must take personal responsibility in our small daily choices. All right, what about health? All right, on a personal level, this year will be a year of deep introspection and transformation when it comes to health. The tension between wood and fire can manifest in more stress, burnout, inflammation, and mental exhaustion. But the good news is that this will be a year for advancement in holistic health, medical innovation, and mindfulness practices. You know, a lot of people are very critical of RFK. And frankly, he doesn't have the qualification to be the Secretary of Health and Human Services. However, he has embraced the importance of mind and body as one unit. And he has embraced getting all the junk and the microplastics out of our food. When 88% of all meat and fish that we consume today contain microplastics, what are we doing? Seriously, right? So anyway, if he gets confirmed, which is a big if, he might bring some interesting changes. The key to navigating this year's health challenges will be reduce stress through meditation, qigong, and breathing practices. You have to work on your liver, which is wood element, right? And continually detox. So we live in Los Angeles, and this ongoing, stuff, ash, which is kind of toxic, will continue to be impacting our health for at least a year, if not longer. So foods like leafy greens, dandelion, turmeric, and all that, milk thistle, very helpful for the liver. And then balancing fire energy with cooling practices. So we have, water element, exercise, practice, meditation, hydration, of course, deep relaxation, and restorative sleep. Mental health will also take center stage. The rapid pace of change in our world will require emotional resilience. Actually, just reading the news will require emotional resilience, self-reflection, and spiritual grounding. All right? Don't let anybody throw you off. It's just entertainment. Social transformation and the power of community. Dr. Dow talked about that, right? Socially. The Year of the Snake invites us to look inward, seek wisdom, and redefine our relationships. We may see increased interest in spirituality, education, and personal growth. However, remember that fire is kind of stoking it, right? So polarization and ideological divide could widen if we're not careful. It's already happened. But we can bridge that, right? The challenge is to bridge the differences with wisdom and understanding instead of judgment. We have to stop being so quick to judge. Rather than allowing division to harden our hearts, We must avoid the us versus them mentality. We're all in this together. This boat rises or sinks. There's only one boat. There's only one planet. This year, our greatest strength will come from community, collaboration, and conscious dialogue. If the past has taught us anything, it's that resilience is not found in isolation, but in unity. Just as the forest regenerates after a wildfire, so too do we find renewal when we come together, when we lift each other up in times of darkness. The start to the year has been filled so far with chaos, politically and environmentally. The I Ching, which Natalie mentioned, or the Book of Changes, it's a very important classic in our tradition that teaches us that chaos is not just destruction, it is also the birthplace of new possibilities. In the I Ching, the hexagram often associated with chaos is number 3. Do it. Difficulty at the beginning. While it represents confusion, obstacles, and disorder, and boy, do we feel that way. So during the start of something new, this is the new year, it also holds a profound positive message. Chaos is a precursor to creation. Out of disorder, new structures emerge. It is in the turbulence of beginnings that potential is born, much like a seed breaking through the soil. The chaos challenges us to cultivate patience, adaptability, and clarity. Reminds us that great endeavors often start with struggle, but perseverance through this disarray builds a foundation for growth and success. In the year of the snake, we're called to approach this chaos with wisdom and grace. Just as the snake sheds its skin to grow, we're encouraged to trust that shedding process will lead to renewal. The snake also teaches us to move with quiet strength and intuition and flexibility, adapting to life's changes and finding opportunities even in uncertainty. The wisdom of hexagram 3 encourages us to embrace chaos as part of the process. It is not a sign of failure, but of life reorganizing itself, preparing the ground for renewal. By staying centered and trusting the unfolding journey, guided by the transformative energy of the snake, the confusion will clear and new opportunities will blossom. From chaos, order will emerge. So I invite you to take this year of the snake as a call to action. Let us shed fear, anger, and division, choosing instead to approach each other with compassion, even if you disagree politically. Let's adapt with wisdom, understanding that flexibility, not force, allows us to move through life's obstacles. Let us prioritize healing, both for ourselves and for the planet and the world around us, recognizing that true renewal begins with an open heart. As we step into this year, I offer you and leave you with an invocation for releasing the past and welcoming the new into your life. Like the snake shedding its skin, may we let go of pain and attachment, opening our hearts to healing and new beginnings. In the midst of chaos, show us how to find balance. In the face of uncertainty, awaken in us the strength. Teach us to adapt with grace, to heal with patience, and to trust in the quiet wisdom of the Tao. In letting go, we find peace. In renewal, we are made whole. May the year of the snake guide us towards wisdom, balance, and renewal. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mao. We'll ask you more specific investment advice later about this year. It is such an honor and a pleasure for me to be able to introduce so many of my mentors and my wonderful professors. And with that, I'd like to introduce the new director of the College of Tao, Amira Kosala.
Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to everyone from the College of Tao. To everyone in this room and to all of those who are on Zoom. So what is the College of Tao? The College of Tao and Integral Health was founded about 100 years ago in the 1920s in China by Yosan Ni, a Chinese physician and Taoist master. In order to provide a classical education for his son, Hua Qingni, and other students. This approach educates the whole person, not just isolating different subject matters, but concerning every aspect of a natural way of life. The college was reestablished in Taiwan by Hua Qingni to continue the mission of his father. In the mid-70s, the College of Tao was brought to America by Hua Qingni, also known as Omni. Sometimes you'll hear us refer to him as Omni. And it was established here in Los Angeles. Our mission is to preserve and share the teachings of the integral way Taoist tradition of China, as transmitted by the Ni family to the Western world. The College of Tao is a classroom without walls, but we do have an office on the second floor of this building, and it's right next to the clinic. Please stop in whenever one of us is there. We'd love to chat. We have students that span the globe, and College of Tao centers in Geneva, Switzerland, Omsk, Russia, Chiang Rai, Thailand, Quaker Gap, North Carolina, and the beautiful Applegate Valley outside Jacksonville, Oregon. Our campus online at collegeoftao.org, where Kurt Callison has created an educational website that also announces classes, study groups, and programs. We invite you to visit and learn more about the teachings of the Integral Way. We offer certification in the Ni family movement arts, Feng Shui, Taoist meditation, and integral nutrition. We have yearly retreats in Europe and the US, alternating from the East Coast to the West Coast every other year. Our April retreat this year is going to be a combination of being in person here at Yosan University and live online. And we'd love to have you join us. This year, and you'll see flyers, here is one right here by up front, is our retreat is called The Alchemy of Transformation, and we are focusing on healing ourselves and from the many tragedies throughout the world and right here in our neighborhood from the destruction of the recent fires. And as Dr. Dow and Mao have expressed, we extend our compassion to all those who have been affected by the fires. At the retreat, we'll immerse ourselves in ancient Taoist practices to restore our balance, cultivate peace, and spiritual harmony. So I welcome you to join us on our mailing list as well. You can follow our website and sign up for that. And to close, I would just like to share with everyone a Chinese phrase that means a lot to me in my life. And it's an invocation. It is Da. And it means, may true peace safely arrive. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mira. So I erroneously, mistakenly introduced myself as the student body president here at Yosan. In fact, I am the co-president. Let me introduce to you Tonali Sedona. Do you have any words? Okay. Silence. All right, get ready to laugh your snake tails off because we have a skit about the snake. I would like to welcome faculty member Ed Sullivan and admissions assistant Olivia O.
Hi everyone, my name is Olivia and I am so excited to be celebrating Chinese New Year with you. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the year of the dragon to come to an end. In the Chinese zodiac, the snake is associated with intelligence, charm, elegance, and transformation. Patience. Snakes prefer to keep things private and are really good at understanding and caring about others. This year can bring about positive changes in career and wealth. I know, patience. Once I heard the animal for 2025 was a snake, I couldn't wait to bring my pet snake in for a show and tell. And it's the year of the wood snake. And guess what? His name is Woody.
Come on, Olivia, get to the me part.
Okay. Now, what we've all been waiting for, the animal star of this new year, the wood snake. Please welcome Woody the Snake 2025!
Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, no, sit down, please stop applauding. I'm so humble.
Hi, Woody.
Oh, hi, Olivia. Oh, thanks for letting me out of my cage every 12 years to come to Yosan. and you know what? Thanks for giving me this platform.
Oh, I must explain. Woody is a snake activist, and he has a grievance.
Yes, well, I have a grievance. Garden of Eden, forbidden fruit, a snake in a tree with an apple, all fake news.
They had fake news way back then?
They had fake history. You know what? The alleged eviction from paradise. What? Yeah, sure. You know, the eviction from paradise, it went viral for centuries in history books. The evil snake was canceled. Yes, and you know, it ruins my snake brand.
Well, Woody, who's to blame then?
Adam and Eve, hormones. It's always hormones.
Oh, Woody. Oh, before I forget, we do need to take a selfie for the Yosan
Oh,
website.
selfie. Yeah, you know, snakes can't do snappies because they don't have thumbs or hands. Thank you, God.
All right, everyone, say cheese. Wow, Woody, you look good.
Yeah, this is my best side. But you know, I was wondering, who are the gentlemen up on the wall?
Oh, those are the 3 crystal purities.
Oh, they look like ancient Chinese.
They are.
Who are the gentlemen in the Chinese outfits?
Dr. Mao and Dr. Dao, the
Oh.
co-founders of Yosan University.
They look like modern Chinese.
They are. And I don't know if you know this, but the tag on your snakeskin says, "Made in China."
I'm Chinese! We could be related. I do resemble the tall one.
You're not tall.
Well, if I lie down, I'm tall. We could be bros. We could have brewskis with dim sum. We could speak Chinese. I'd have to learn it, but we could speak it. We could be part of the Ni family heritage.
Well, the Yosan motto is ancient wisdom, modern medicine, family legacy.
Yes, family legacy. Oh my goodness, yes. You know, since we're related now, you could go back to snakes. Their descendants were snakes. Matter of fact, snakes could be the Tao. Wait, I could be the Tao. I'm the Tao.
Everything's the Tao.
I liked my version better. Okay, I'll share the Tao.
You know, I always liked watching Ni's name. It has a nice ring to it.
Yes. I need a classy name. Yes, I could be Hua Snake Knee. and I could teach snake qigong.
What does that look like?
Well, everybody gets on their bellies and they slither. You know, hey, could you all just slither in your seats there? Come on, slither. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a lot of potentially evolved snakes here. Yeah, and you know what? I call it self-slithering qigong.
Okay. You know, all of this Ni family stuff. Didn't you mention you recently ran into your actual family?
Oh, yes. Some lady was coming out of the mall with a beautiful pair of boots. The boots were Grandma!
Woody, I'm so sorry.
You know, humans die, they go to heaven. Snakes die, boots.
Well, hey, maybe the potluck will take your mind off of it.
Oh yes, food takes my mind off of death. You know, I'm so hungry, I could eat a pet store.
I thought you were trying to be vegetarian.
I tried. I went to 6 RA meetings.
R.A.?
Reptilians Anonymous. You know, I'm so hungry.
The potluck will be soon enough.
Yes. Oh, I know what I want. Stir fry with white mice.
White mice? That's horrible.
All right, I'll eat healthy. Stir fry with brown mice.
That's still horrible.
Okay, but I don't want any of that white, squishy, icky, bland-tasting tofu. No tofu surprises.
No? Okay, fine.
Okay, good, yes.
But speaking of surprises, you wanted me to remind you about warning everyone?
Oh, yes. The snake here can be wonderful, but watch out for surprises. You know what? Snakes like to sleep on your lawn. They do. But watch out. They can rise up and bite you right in your grass.
Happy New Year, everyone!
Did you laugh your tails off? Your snake tails? Well, I'm glad to see you guys are still at least a little human. You clapped your hands. Snakes don't have hands. All right, I would like to welcome one of my mentors and professors and the president of our school onto the stage, Dr. Hoffman.
Thank you, everyone, and good morning. For those that don't know me, my name is Robert Hoffman. I'm the CEO and president here at Yosan University. I'm also lucky enough to be a faculty member. I teach in the master's and doctoral program, and I'm also an alumni, so it's nice to see some alumni on campus today. Welcome to our Chinese New Year celebration. Normally, this would be an unfettered celebratory moment, but of course I would be remiss not to acknowledge the difficulties of the last month. On January 7th, when the fires began, we were all here on campus. Dr. Mao was down the hall teaching. I was in my office, which has a direct line of sight to the Pacific Palisades. Our students, staff, and faculty immediately began to mobilize. We have a number of community members that we knew would be affected by the fires, so we began to reach out to them and try to account for everyone we knew. And then along the rest of you, we watched the fires race from the peak of the mountains all the way to the ocean. I'm very proud of our staff and our students and our faculty who were able to mobilize so quickly. We're also very lucky in that our staff, specifically our Master's Dean, Anissa Kasim, and our Clinical Dean, Farshid Namin, have great experience in disaster response through their work in the CDC, the WHO, and the UN. So we've got quite a bit of experience here. My own transition from the entertainment world to Chinese medicine was also prompted by my relief work in Sri Lanka after the tsunami with Anissa's husband, Master Z, over a couple-year period. So I think moving forward, we're well positioned to help our community. Over the last few weeks, we've created donation and necessity item drives. We've worked with national and international relief agencies to bring care to the community. We've been able to keep our free group clinic open almost every day of the week since the fires. I'm very proud of that. And we will continue to do so as long as those services are needed. We've also been very fortunate in the fundraising domain. Today is normally the end of our annual Just Giving campaign, where we raise funds online starting before Christmas and today on the New Year. But we were very lucky in that we reached our goal, our annual goal, in the first week of January. So on January 7th, we were able to immediately flip that campaign into a needs-based fire relief fund. And we continue to receive money. We just received donations this morning. We continue to receive money for that. So that money will be used for scholarships, for helping students rebuild their lives. We've had a number of faculty members also affected, so we'll be moving that money into those into those domains, basically as the needs arise. I've seen several memes online suggesting that the first month of 2025 did not meet our expectations. We would like a full refund, and I tend to agree on all fronts. But as Dr. Mao mentioned today, and so many of our speakers have mentioned today, Chinese New Year, and especially the Year of the Snake, is about transformation. So I'm hoping that this is kind of the reboot, the power button. If you ever played a video game in the 80s, you know when it didn't work, there was a button in the back or the bottom where you flicked it very quick. I'm hoping today is that day. I want to stress that I'm so proud of our students and our staff and all of their excellent work. Obviously, in all of the things that we do daily, but especially in this last month. While many institutions were closing down and offering very little community support, our team stood out front. We had students bringing relief supplies into Topanga while the fires were active. We've had faculty and students show up to do acupuncture at fire stations, and especially at the base camps at the Rose Bowl for the first responders. And then, as I mentioned, we continue to have donations pour in from our community. This is, to me, what Chinese medicine is all about. This is what we do. We show up. Many people think of acupuncture as some kind of last resort. My doctor doesn't know my diagnosis. My medications aren't working. But I'm here to tell you that acupuncture and Chinese medicine are embedded in really every single effort our students and alumni put forth. We are the front line for many of our patients. So these unfortunate events maybe offer us an opportunity to show what we can do. Collaboration and community are the key. And I hope that the lessons we've learned and what we're able to achieve in this time can demonstrate how effective Chinese medicine can be in community care. Thank you, welcome to Yosan, and 新年快乐. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hoffman. Oh, you're a lot taller than me. I want to mention that all of the decorations you see here and the coordination of the potluck was all done by student government. And so I'm so lucky to be working with such a wonderful student government and a Yosan Student Association. We started decorating even when the fires were going, and there were days that I couldn't get here because the roads out of my town were closed, and I was studying for the preclinical, and my fellow student government said, "Don't worry about it. It's okay. We got it. We live close. We can handle it." So it's really amazing. I think if the work that the students and the faculty have been doing, a lot of it is because we have great leadership and we have great mentors here and amazing professors. So with that, I'd like to welcome clinic faculty Mark Ryan, who is going to show us the 6 healing grooves, or the 6 healing sounds. So be ready to make some sounds.
Well, everyone, Happy New Year. Now you can hear me. Whoa. Okay, so are you all familiar with the 6 healing sounds? No? Okay. Well, the 6 healing sounds are like a series of 6 sounds we have that you can use to heal. And each one is usually correspond to a certain organ system and certain elements. And so today I want to do a parody of that, which is the 6 healing grooves. And I realized because there's 6 of them, it's also a hexagram. So Natalie has been gracious enough to help me. And we're going to actually create together, I need your help on this, a hexagram of today's 6 healing grooves. Are you with me? Doesn't sound. Here we go. Here's the first of the 6 healing grooves. The blues. Why? Because it's so elemental. I got a black cat bone. And a mojo too. I got a Johnny Cockaroo. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what any of that means. I'm a white boy from Connecticut. But I do love New Orleans. Well, I got some turtle bone. And some dita jow. I got some yos. I'm gonna heal you now. I'm gonna take about a hand. And some twina. Some gua sha. I'll be an acupuncture man. Okay, so that's the first healing groove, the blues. So, we need to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No applause, please. Yin or yang. So, first, yin, or yang. Yins have it. So the first healing groove is yin. The second healing groove is... Any guesses? You got to lively up yourself. Don't be a drag. Lively up yourself. because reggae is another bag. So reggae is the second healing groove. Why? Because it's uplifting. Lively up yourself. Don't say no. Lively up yourself. Because I said so. So, second healing groove is reggae. Yin or yang? Second healing groove is yang. The third healing groove is the clave. It's the beat within the beat. Oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno para gozar. Mulata, oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno para gozar. Mulata. So the clave. Yin or yang? I think we're all generally in agreement. Thank you, Natalie. You do a fabulous job. A little hand for Natalie, please. Okay, so the next healing groove, the fourth healing groove, is not exactly a groove in the same sense. I think we can all agree that we've all been through some tremendous tragedies, tremendous adversity, and sometimes we have to overcome adversity. And one way to do that is through music and through healing, what have you. But one of the most challenging things to overcome is heartbreak. So the fourth healing groove is heartbreak. She got a new man. She's proud to brag about. He drives a Tesla. Owns a big house, yeah. He's rich, he's diesel. And through his heart flows liquid freaking gold. And when he kissed her, oh man, well, it moved her so. That's what she told me. And then she said, he's such a better kisser than you. Why? Why do I need to know that? Well, she can't hurt me. If I feel no pain, she can't wreck me. If I don't feel pain, she can't hurt me at all. Just as long as I can keep pain at bay, if I can keep the pain away, she can't hurt me. So, the fourth healing groove is heartbreak. And yin? Or yang?
You guys are so good.
Doing very, very well. The fifth healing groove, well, naturally, we don't have to overcome the heartbreak of the fourth healing line. So the fifth healing groove, I mean, I admit it, I'm kind of partial to the blues.
Well, I'm itching, and I don't know where to scratch. Come on, baby, scratch my back. I know you can do it, so baby, please, a little to the left, a little to the right. Oh yeah, right there, right there, right there. Oh, wow. Oh, that's out of sight. I know you can do it. So thank you, please. Okay, 5th healing groove. Overcame the heartbreak with 4th healing groove. Is it yin or yang? Okay. There's no right answer. We're creating the hexagram together. All right, yin, the yins have it. And the final 6th healing groove. Tell me if you can guess this. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, well, see for me to one who lived there, 'cause she once was a true love of mine. This final groove, the 6th healing groove, is love. If you go when the snowflakes storm, where the rivers freeze and the summer ends, well, see that she has a coat so warm to keep her from the howling winds. So love is our final and 6th healing groove. Yin or yang? Really? Well, once again, one final vote. Yin? Or yang? I think the yangs have it. All right, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. We need our I Ching specialist to tell us, what is this hexagram?
I took this class.
Correcting the corruption.
Oh! Good theme for us.
Wow, that was amazing. For some of you, that might be your first I Ching reading. I guess it wasn't a pull, I Ching sound. Next we have an amazing demonstration that I've been really excited about. I don't know if, have you guys heard of Wing Chun before? It was a style, I first heard about it because, you know, I'm a fencer. And Bruce Lee was kind of one of my idols as a martial artist. And it's a practice that he studied, and it was invented by a woman, which I love. And we have our very own student, Trenton Krishner.
Hello everyone, this is called Bar Chun Do, and is a Wing Chun form from southern China.
Thank you, Trenton. I love when there's music. I can't help but to dance a little bit. By the way, the performance earlier with Mark Ryan, it was not in my job description to dance, pero soy muy latina, tengo que bailar cuando hay música. I just can't help it, I gotta dance. And I hope that you guys will too, because we have a wonderful jazz performance coming up next by our very own student, Prince Opapant. And it's a reinterpretation, a jazz reinterpretation of Chinese music.
While my friend is setting up, I'm just going to say something lame. Oh, hi. You sure you give me the microphone?
Yes, I'm positive.
Nobody, no one gave me the microphone since like 20 years ago. You know, like after my speech, devastating speech. Are you done yet? Okay, we're going to be performing a really, very serious. Come on. I'm serious person. Yeah, very serious music. It's experimental. Like last year, we did like 5 elements type of music. Yeah, and this year we do 12 elements. So last year it lasts like 5 minutes. This year it's gonna last 5 hours. So go, you know, to the bathroom or. Are you done yet? Okay, he's done yet. Here's his first note. Okay, I was joking. We're going to be performing Chinese music, modern Chinese music. I don't know what it's called in Chinese, but in English they call it "The moon represents my heart." somebody back there, you know, like making. Thank you. See you again next year.
Prince, that was amazing. Thank you. All right, it is my absolute pleasure to announce one of my very best friends in the world. We traveled to Wudangshan together last year. It's a Taoist mountain that has, I think, over 30 martial arts schools now. There was a time where everyone got sent back, and then the teacher of one of our teachers started calling everyone back to the mountain, and so from the 90s to today, there are now over 30 martial arts schools in the mountain. It's pretty amazing, and we had an incredible experience there. But it is my pleasure to announce Ting Ting Guan. She has a method of dance called the Guanjing method. It's a best-selling book on Amazon, by the way, Ting Ting. And with that, welcome Ting Ting. mesmerizing. All right, we have another dance coming up. You excited? It's the lion dance. So from the Shaolin Temple in Lomita, I present to you our lion dance.
In the snake form from Grandmaster Argui Wong, which is our teacher. He's actually Bruce Lee and all the people, everyone knows him, because he was the oldest master of the days in Chinatown. They called him the Doc in the Chinatown. These would be the Doc of LA, of our area, because they are the best. So you guys remember this, that don't take advantage of what you have. A lot of people do. They go learn and they leave. These guys are your inspiration for your life. And to this day, I did my teacher's form, and he passed in '87. But I still want to honor him and respect him by doing his stuff. So when you guys are doing their stuff, years from now, or together, or bonding, always remember where you got it from. Your origin starts from them too, and this place here. So always remember, this is where the dwelling of your feng shui starts. And always remember, love it and honor it, respect it. You can go very far. That's why it's lasted so long. Because these two put the right rules in there of traditional laws. So this is give this thing, wood, enjoy it, and love it.
All right, so we're almost done, but because, can you guys hear me? Yeah? Okay. But because this is a school, I'm going to give each of you an assignment, okay? We're about to go to lunch and have amazing, delicious food, but your assignment is this. I want each of you to ask 3 people that you don't know, how's their heart? Because I really agree with what Dr. Mao was saying, was that we don't heal in isolation, but we do it in community, with unity, right? So does everyone understand their assignment? It has to be 3 people you don't know and that you haven't met. And be willing to listen to their story, right? It's important. I want to thank Dr. Dao and Dr. Mao for starting this school. I'm becoming a Chinese medicine doctor because of you guys. And also to your father, Omni, who taught you guys and continued the Ni family tradition. And it's so special that you guys are sharing your family lineage with all of us. You're creating such wonderful practitioners and doctors in the world, and I know that our school is really special. Yosan is really different. One of the reasons I decided to come here was actually because I heard of this opening of the shrine that happens once a year, and I said, I don't know anything else, but I know that if they have a school shrine and they open it up once a year to the public, then I'm curious and interested, and I'm coming here was one of the best decisions I ever made. Thank you, James Tuggle and Amir Kusala, for what you do at the College of Tao. You guys have always said that when we graduate from here as students, that the College of Tao is there to support us in our continued learning. I think you guys are kind of like, the outer shoe. The inner shoe, you reach the organs, and then the outer shoe, you reach the spirit of the organs. And so I'm really excited to join you guys in the College of Tao as I prepare to graduate, and not soon, but at some point. I mean, not too long, hopefully. Can't wait to reach that outer shoe. Where's Sean Gates? Sean Gates, thank you so much. I know you're telling me to cut it short. be amiss to not say Sean Gates and all of his tireless efforts. He's our school librarian, but that title is not big enough for Sean. If you guys knew all the things he does for this school, like, he is amazing. He is the heart of students here. You are, and I can say that as, well, I guess now I'm the president, so I can say that. You are the heart of the student body. You do so much to coordinate, make everything happen. You are always available to us. Thank you. And Dr. Hoffman has an open door policy. Literally, his door is open anytime we want to go talk to him. He's so busy. I really don't know how you do it, Dr. Hoffman. It's just amazing. The other day I was up late putting up decorations with one of my classmates, and then I saw you here, and I go, is this what it is to be president? You're up late because you're also putting up things. I was like, wow. But you're just amazing, Dr. Hoffman. Thank you so much for everything you do for us and for the students. And Anissa and everyone in the office and all of our faculty and administration, all of our teachers, our wonderful clinical supervisors and all of the students, and especially student government that puts on this wonderful event year after year. This is so exciting. This is one of my favorite times of the year. I am so grateful for each and every one of you guys. All right, and with that, we are trying to transition into being low waste, so we have bamboo silverware and bamboo plates. I'm very excited about doing that this year, and hopefully we continue that effort into the next year, the year of transformation. I welcome you all to join us in the next room for a potluck of delicious food. We also have an origami workshop, and we have community acupuncture downstairs. So remember your assignments, though. 3 people. Thank you. And welcome to the Year of the Snake. It's arrived.